What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know what you're thinking. Did Aiden move out to another room again? Why is this room it looks so beautiful, doesn't it? It looks amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure you probably already know, but if you don't, this is just complete AI. Basically, you can probably tell from my ears and stuff, it's just the camera's not exactly picking up everything. It's not totally realistic, but I don't know. I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world. I got a new camera, and basically, I didn't even know that the Elgato Camera Hub has an AI feature where you could just add AI backgrounds, and I just thought that was the funniest thing in the world. So we're gonna make a video with some AI in it. Why not? We'll see where we go. So the background is completely fake. I could get up and move around, and it would still look good, I guess. But yeah, we're going to talk about Josh Giddey today. It seems like apparently the contracts that we've been offering him has been revealed, and I want to discuss whether or not it's the right or wrong thing, and ultimately, will there ever be, I guess, an agreement here? Let's talk about it in this video. Before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know what you guys think about Josh Giddey, the contract that has been rumored to be revealed, and do you believe that this is a good sign or a bad sign for the Chicago Bulls heading into a period where we probably need to find an agreement with Josh Giddey? Now, there's no, I guess, hiding from the fact that Josh Giddey has demanded his money, $30 million per season, over the course of, I think, 5 years. And the Bulls have not really gone and met those expectations. Now, whether or not you believe we should or not is a different story entirely. But I'm telling you now that the Bulls have not met those agreements. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in this conversation. But what were those expected outcomes? What were the Chicago Bulls offering? Well, it was reported, and I'm reading this from Sports Illustrated, that the Bulls haven't gone beyond 4 years. So they're offering Josh Giddey a 4-year contract around the $20 million range. Now, that could be mid-20s, low 20s. I doubt it'd be high 20s, otherwise we'd probably have the agreement by now. But it's probably around that range. So I guess in many ways you could view this as lowballing, or you could view this as the Chicago Bulls playing hardball once again, trying to save some million, maybe to extend future plays, maybe to bring in additional plays, whatever it is, trying to save as much money as they can and keep a player that did play oh so well for the Chicago Bulls last season. I want to just talk about whether or not we need to be careful in this situation, because I understand playing hardball, and I understand that you want to save some money, and that's completely fine. Every team should be thinking business-wise, not just, I guess the best teams out there, trying to pay everybody. When you're in the Bulls situation, you're in the playing tournament year after year after year after year, you probably do need to prioritize, I guess, saving some money so you could go and use it on other players to build that championship team, which we all want to see. So spending $30 million on Josh Giddey is probably not the wisest choice, even though it looks like it might be the only choice. I don't really know. But I do want the Bulls to proceed with caution. That's all I'm going to say on this situation. Please proceed with caution, because there are a few ways that this can go. Firstly, there were recent reports suggesting that the Bulls and Josh Giddey are going to come together and hopefully find a middle ground soon. I really hope that's the case, and I hope, heck, sooner than later, we can find that agreement. Because the second option is the one that I fear the most, and that is that Josh Giddey accepts the qualifying offer that he has received from the Chicago Bulls. High praise and all, I still think that's the worst case scenario. High praise because everybody believes Josh Giddey is going to be a great asset for the Chicago Bulls in the future. The Bulls front office has given him high praise. The fans have given him high praise. The players have given him high praise. It's very clear where the Bulls wants Josh Giddey to be, and that is one of the vocal points of the Chicago Bulls, and it's very clear that the fans want the same. So the worst case scenario is to allow Josh Giddey to play on his qualifying offer. Let me give you some hypothetical situations here that scares me, right? You know me. You know I don't like seeing assets leave for nothing. I don't. And it is a really disastrous feeling. And I get it, at least in this free agency period, there are not many teams interested in Josh Giddey, but as an unrestricted free agent next season, there will be teams interested in Josh Giddey. So he accepts his qualifying offer. He balls out again, averages a near triple-double this time, wins the Most Improved award, and is just an absolute threat to the league. And he shows exactly what he may have not shown with the OKC Thunder, but he shows it with the Chicago Bulls next season. We go on a massive run. We play really, really well. Heck, we might even get to the playoffs. And we might even play well in the playoffs. I'm just throwing out hypotheticals here. Josh Giddey's going to be an unrestricted free agent, and there are going to be teams that are looking to pay. The Chicago Bulls might be one of them. This is why I want to proceed with caution. Unrestricted free agency scares me because it's really up to the player. In restricted free agency, we hold the power. We have the final say on everything. We can meet Josh Giddey's terms, but it's our choice to do that, not Josh Giddey's. And that's where I like it. I like the power in the Bulls' court because if you can find a way to maneuver to make everybody happy, it's the perfect scenario. You keep Josh Giddey for 4 or 5 years and you truly build that foundation with him while also not copping a ridiculous amount of money. If he accepts his qualifying offer and he ends up showing he's worth more than $30 million and teams are willing to pay Josh Giddey ridiculous money, he could choose, hey, I might want a different change of scenery. Chicago's not doing it for me. It's too cold here. I mean, look, he's lived in Australia, so cold is cold. It's cold here too. But still, like, he could say that. I want to go to LA. I want to go where the weather is always lovely. Or I want to go to New York, you know, a very large market. I want to go to Boston and compete for a championship. I want to go play with LeBron before I retire. It could be any story in the world. It doesn't matter what it is. But he could pick a different place. A place that might offer him more money. A place that might give him a competitive edge that the Bulls don't have at the moment. That's my worry. That's my fear. So the worst case scenario for me is that he accepts his qualifying offer. That's the worst case scenario. The Bulls need to find that agreement with him. I'm not saying pay him $30 million outright, but I hope it's not lowballing to the point where the player feels disrespected, because negotiations like this can lead to broken relationships in the future. I remember a situation with Zach LaVine, basically. Zach LaVine was asking for his money. And to be fair, the Bulls gave him his money. The Bulls gave him a max contract. But you could tell from the reports leading up to that if Zach LaVine didn't get his money, he was willing to go elsewhere to get his money, to get his bag. That was at least what the reports suggested. Whether they're true or not, I guess we'll never truly know. But that was always the fear. If you don't pay someone, that they're going to go somewhere else to get their money, and they're going to show you why they deserved it. You know, certain situations it doesn't work out. I mean, I still don't think Zach LaVine has shown that he's worth a max contract, even though for a lot of years I still believe that he was deserving of one. I don't think he's shown it with the Kings, but regardless, it could have happened. He could have went somewhere else and showed what he's all about. It's always the fear when you trade a youngster as well, that they're going to go somewhere else and show what they're all about. This is my fear with Josh Giddey. If we don't treat this man right, he could go somewhere else and show why we should have paid him. So I'm nervous. I will be honest with you. I'm nervous, but I'm hoping for the best. And I don't think it's dead and buried yet, because if we truly were scared that Josh Giddey wasn't going to re-sign, we probably would have heard reports by now saying Josh Giddey is heavily considering going elsewhere in the future or something along those lines. So I still think the Bulls have the opportunity to make this right. It is about negotiation. It is about finding the middle ground. I mean, if we can all just agree $25 million is probably the right outcome here. I mean, that's just what I think. If you could give Josh Giddey 4 years, $25 million per season, maybe add the option of an extra year as a player option, depending on how good he plays. Because let's be honest, if he stinks up the joint, he's going to accept that player option. But if he shows he's worth more than $25 million, he'll decline it. I think a player option could be the real deciding factor in this as well. 4 years with a player option involved, and let's get this done, man. I think that could be the best case scenario. I mean, look, I'm in an office, okay? I'm here to negotiate. Let's bring Josh Giddey into this AI office right now, and let's negotiate some terms. You know, we could talk about the front payment, back payment. We could talk about whether it's a flat payment. It doesn't matter. We could talk about all these things. We could talk about no trade clauses. We could talk about the money involved, the years involved. We could talk about roles. Let's, you know, we could be the true my GM out here, okay? Let's get this done. $25 million per season. Let's do it. We'll see. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. I'm going to play around with AI backgrounds for a little bit just because I actually find this so hilarious. So I'm going to do different offices and whatnot just to be funny. But I'll eventually go back to the normal background. Unless you guys want this. Maybe this is just better. I have no idea. We'll see your reaction to this. But I would... I don't know if I can do this yet. I'm going to put my research into this. But I'd love to see if I could do an AI backgrounds purely for the Chicago Bulls. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I have the technology... not technology. I don't know if I have the capabilities. I don't know if I have the brain power to do that. But for now, enjoy this. And you'll see a different one tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.